My philosophy is embedded within values education. Values-based schools are growing across the country and indeed across the world at the moment. And values-based education is about mutual respect for everybody who's working within the environment and within the community. It's a philosophy which is not just for the children, and it's also a philosophy which underpins how we want to be throughout life, that we skill everybody to be able to interact with whoever they may meet out there in the big wide world, to be consistent in their relationships, to be resilient when they're faced with challenges, and above all to have respect and responsibility for their own life. It's really working with adults to make them realise that they are in the centre of making the difference. Who you are makes a difference to the pupils and the students and the staff that you work with. And I have a little graph that I share with various people that I talk to, which is the I'm OK, You're OK philosophy. So the idea behind that is that if I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling a bit grumpy and not too good, that I've actually got to work quite hard to get myself into that I'm OK box, so that as soon as I go into my environment in a school or wherever I'm working, it's reciprocal with those who are around me, and we can feed each other off each other to have a positive approach to life and education. I think when I first went into education, I did believe that it was all about attainment and achievement and what the children were doing on the paper in the classroom, without really fully appreciating the impact of relationships and ethos and environment that is created. For some of those children who come into school on a daily basis, and indeed some of our staff, they have challenges at home that I would never have experienced myself personally. So I want to ensure when they're coming into any arena that I'm working in, that they feel safe and secure, that they are able to take challenges and that they are able to take risks. So for me, it's that underpins their ability to then learn. We've got to get the optimum learning environment for them and get them in an optimum state of learning in order to move forward. You are ultimately responsible for what you're doing. The values-based education has 22 core values that we teach over a 2-year period to everybody who's in the school. And it's about people experiencing how those values impact on their own life and personally. A lot of the philosophy that I'm speaking about is within the Little Book of Values, which is a book that we published a few years ago, which really talks about each of those values in turn. And it's what the children think about those values and how they've taken them on board and then applied them to their own learning in school and how they use them in their everyday life. There's also in there a toolkit which talks about all the different methods and all the different tools we use in school to ensure that there is this approach which is embedded across the curriculum and everything else that we may do in school. So I would hope that anybody coming into my educational environment would soon take that opportunity to reflect upon themselves, their actions, their passions. I would like to see them communicate those passions. But above everything, what I term as the art of personal consistency, that people really work hard to ensure that every minute of every day they're making a difference and moving children and those who are around them move forward. We also work a lot on mindfulness and reflection in the school. That stillness that is so lacking in so many people's lives these days. We're all living in a world which is incredibly hectic, and we never have a chance to stop and really think about being in the moment. So one of the big aspects of values education is training the children and the staff to be still and silent and reflect in that moment, so they can really be centred and think about what's happening in their day.